Hey everyone, this is Fighter Kaus for a new episode of the Drop, which I haven't done in a while because I have had Ikari Cast Classics in the meantime. But my co-hosts are nowhere to be found today, or rather, they're doing their own thing. So it's just gonna be me, and because it's just me, then it might as well just be the Drop. And it's all about Evo this week, as I've got new news like crazy, and of course the tournament itself. So without further ado, let's just get into it, starting with the news. Alright, so my first piece of news I've got right after the EVO 2017 championships for Tekken 7, Katsuhiro Harada brought out Tomoko Hiroki, the producer for Dragon Ball Fighters. I can't believe the name friggin' skipped my brain when I'm friggin'... It's right in front of me. I have my own article that I wrote right in front of me. I wrote the article, and I'm still forgetting things. Anyways, Harada, Tekken 7's director, brought out Tomoko Hiroki for Dragon Ball, producer of Dragon Ball Fighters, like I said, for her to make an announcement. And she announced future Trunks, along with a character trailer reveal that showed him going Super Saiyan, using his sword, using the Heat Dome attack, as it's been called in the other video games. I don't know if it's going to be called that in this game. I don't think it's ever been named in the anime proper, but we've always called it the Heat Dome attack. The move he uses to kill Cell when he goes back to the future. Back to the future. And he had some pretty cool music that sounded Mega Man-ish to me. I don't know. I'm really hyped for him. He looks great, and hopefully he'll play great, and you'll get to find out, because on July 26th, which just happens to be my birthday, as a Dragon Ball fan, it's almost like, hey, you like Dragon Ball? Yeah? You got anything to do on your birthday? No. We'll play this game. Well, actually, I don't think you can actually play that. The sign-ups will be up on July 26th. You can sign up for the closed beta for Dragon Ball Fighters and play a version of the game that has 3 more characters. One of those includes Trunks. So there's 2 more character reveals that will happen, and you'll get to find out who they are when you play the closed beta if you get in. Let me know what you think of Future Trunks and all his hype. If you're hyped, you can be not hyped too, but I am, of course, so being a Dragon Ball. I always bring up Dragon Ball in the drop some way. Obviously, I'm hyped. But that's all. That's the news part of me, and it's only 45 seconds long, the trailer, so that's why I don't have really that much to say, so I'll just move on, and from here on, let's go to... I don't know what's next. We'll see. Let's go to what's next. In the next piece of news I've got, right after EVO, right after Tekken 7 again, and specifically right after Tomoko Hiroki's announcement of Trunks, we got Harada getting the mic back and mentioning he had a character to reveal. And when he said that, a trailer dropped that, boy, I just... Well, let me first start with the info first. The trailer dropped that showed Geese Howard from Fatal Fury and the King of Fighters will be the next character to come out for Tekken 7's guest character DLC that they're doing. We don't know who's going to be after him, but right now we already know that's Geese Howard, looking very faithful to his King of Fighters 14 and his Real Bout Fatal Fury self. He even has his Real Bout Fatal Fury Rashomon as his Rage Art. And he has, of course, his counter grab, his Predictable, which he does over and over, as almost as I'm pretty sure it is an homage to his King of Fighters 14 reveal trailer, where he kept just countering people with Predictable. I marked out so hard. Oh my god, I was just screaming at the top of my lungs the whole time during this trailer. He looks so good. He he has his moves. He has his music. He has his stage. Yes, they not only brought him, but his stage as well. I know Eris was talking about how they need new stages. Well, here you go, Eris. There's a new stage with a balcony break. So there, boom. And on top of that, you'll get to play him this winter, and his music. Oh right. I went all... I'm kind of tired right now, I'm sorry, but I'll start off again. On top of that, his music was playing throughout the whole trailer, and I'm guessing that'll be his some form of it will be his music in the game, but specifically they use his music from Real Bout Fatal Fury Special, or is it just Fatal Fury Special? I forget if it's Real Bout or not. Fatal Fury Special, Geese ni Shoyu, or soy sauce for geese, and I mean that's what made the trailer for me. That's what made it special, extra special. And his stage, speaking of his stage, it looks to be a recreation of his stage from Fatal Fury 3 specifically. I mean, I know you also fought in Geese Tower and Fatal Fury 1, and of course a whole bunch of other Fatal Furies, but it looks to be the Fatal Fury 3 one specifically to me. I'm not, somebody else will go, no, it's the one from Real Bout. Okay, I mean, they used a song from Real Bout. It looks to be the one from 3. And it comes out this winter. What is this winter? I don't know. I mean, that's just December for this, because they said 2017, so sometime in December. Unless they somehow mess it up and it goes in 2018. But they said winter 2017 you'll be able to play him. And I am definitely looking forward to this. I just keep watching the trailer over and over again. Alright, with that, next, let's go to some Arc System specific stuff. After the Blaze Blue Grand Finals, I was going to say Grand Blue Blaze Finals, I don't even know what that means. After the Blaze Blue Grand Finals at EVO 2017, Arc System Works showed off a couple things. But first they showed off the trailer for Jubei, who is one of the 6 heroes in Blaze Blue's lore, and he showed up in every game as a character that has, fully voiced. He's always in every game. I always keep a lot of people have been expecting him to appear as a playable character for the longest time. It seemed like he was going to be playable in Chrono Phantasma and everything, but nope. But finally, yes, again, I'll say finally, Jubei, the one-eyed twin lotus, has finally showed up. Again, I said finally, I know. How many times have I said the word finally by now? But he's shown up for Blaze Blue, and he'll be available this summer. Knowing that it's summer right now, I'm going to guess next month that he'll show up. Maybe early September, because that's kind of still summer. But my guess, it'll be next month, and he looks good. He kind of looks a little tall, but, he works within the game, and looks like he'll be a lot of fun. So, look forward to Jubei this summer. And another bigger piece of news by Arc System is coming up next. Arc System Works, not content with just owning Capcom's Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite with the bigger audience out there. You know what yes, by bigger audience I mean the casuals, but they count. Okay? You need them to buy the game. Arc System Works, again, right after Blaze Blue and right after that previous announcement, went, hey, we got something else too. Let's show this off. And you see Ragna the Blood Edge and Jin Kisaragi looking like they're about to just throw down. I was thinking maybe this is another DLC. That's what I was thinking at first. And then all of a sudden Yu Narukami shows up from Persona 4, more specifically Persona 4 Arena, and the main character from Under Night in Birth shows up. I don't remember his name. And I'm like, oh snap, I never played Under Night in Birth. Maybe I should try it now. Shoot. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? It's a tag game? Oh, wow. Blaze Blue Tag... No, yeah, Blaze Blue Tag Battle. I don't know what it's... Cross Tag Battle, excuse me. Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle is the name. And after you see all these tag action between Persona and Under Night and Ragna and Jin and all that, so you hear a little familiar voice saying, hey, can I join too? Can I fight? And it's none other than Ruby Rose from Rooster Teeth's series Ruby. RWBI. BY. But her name is RUBY, like the birthstone of July. And yes, she will be. She has her own sprite, which looks really good. I'm not even a Ruby fan. I'm not a hater either. I'm kind of neutral on it. But hey, I'll admit that her sprite looks good, and Arc System Works is some of the best hands you can be put in for your character to be a good playable fighter in a fighting game. So no better choice for Rooster Teeth to go to, I think. and it's coming out next year. No solid release date, just next year. So we don't know how far along in development it is. That they don't want to say exactly when. If it's like 30 or 40% done, I guess they're like, let's we don't know when. Which, you know, I'd prefer them to take their time and make the game good. Although a lot of it is reused assets, but Ruby isn't, so, you know, you still gotta make her from the ground up. This game looks to be very good, and again, like I said, it's a tag game. It's like Arc System was like, yeah, no, we want 3v3 and 2v2 tag. We're taking it all. Alright, my next piece of news. Let's get to it. My second to last piece of news before I get to EVO as a tournament. Arika, which has a game coming out that is not named at the moment. I repeat, not named. Fighting EX Layer is just a code name at the moment, but for the sake of simplicity, Arika's Fighting EX Layer, I'll just call it that for now, showed off two more characters. Two more characters of what has been asked for forever for Street Fighter, because I was thinking maybe Capcom can just, you know, get Arika to just let them use the characters from EX, Street Fighter EX that is. But no, looks like Capcom didn't want to, and Arika's like, well, he's our character, let's use him for our game. And that is Skullomania. Basically, Kamen Rider Skull. He's got the Kamen Rider thing in a skull motif. He's awesome. And then after him, they actually showed yet another character, Darun Meister, who's also from Street Fighter EX, and he has some crazy cool throws. I remember him having really long chain throws a la King. So, I'm really looking forward to how he plays as well. And of course, Kairi. Sorry, that sigh was because I don't like him that much. I never liked Kairi from Street Fighter EX. And Shirase, or Hokuto, or whatever her name is, also from Street Fighter EX. And I believe that was his sister in the EX storyline. I'm not sure if this game's gonna completely follow Street Fighter EX's story and just pretend like Ryu and Sagat and all them don't exist anymore. I don't know. That's the story from Street Fighter EX. But the game itself looks awesome. It so far looks to be exclusive to PlayStation 4, and they teased a release date in time for April Fool's Day next year, because it was gonna be an April Fool's joke, it seemed, and seems like they're sticking with that April Fool's motif, which I gotta hand it to them. That's pretty cool. Alright, for my last piece of news, finally we have Capcom revealing their character for Street Fighter V's second season DLC to be none other than Abigail from Final Fight. That is the original Final Fight, not Final Fight 2 or 3 for SNES. Who was the boss in the second to last level of the Bay Area, right before you go up to Belger's or Bergen. I think it's Belger, the Mad Gear gang leader. Before you go to his hideout and punch him out of his chair, out of the building. He looks way different than well, not completely different, but he looks really redesigned from his original debut in Final Fight back in 1989. He was revealed sometime, I don't know when exactly, I don't know when they showed on stream, but he was already, his reveal trailer was already on YouTube, on Street Fighter's official channel, sometime during Top 8 or even before Top 8 was starting on ESPN and on stream. I don't know what to think about him. I don't want to, like, I have this part of me that wants to be fair, but Capcom has just been disappointing the crap out of me. He doesn't look terrible. People think he looks, like, legit just terrible. I don't think he looks terrible, but he's not what I wanted. You know who I wanted from Final Fight. Well, you don't know, but I wanted Hagar from Final Fight. Now, he's too similar to Zangief, but he's an actual character that... I mean, if you don't know the Final Fight storyline, all those guys are showing Hugo, Poison, and now Abigail and Rolento. Actually, I don't think Rolento was officially part of Mad Gear, even though he fought him in Final Fight in the arcade. And for some reason in Final Fight 2 on the SNES. But all those characters were beaten up by Hagar. Like, who'd you rather fight? That cool gang member or that cool mayor who beat up all those gang members that are supposedly so tough? I don't know. I'd rather play as him, and he's not exactly the same as Zangief. I mean, he's got his own stuff. Matter of fact, the reason they're similar to each other is because Zangief would steal Hagar's moves and Hagar would steal his move. If I remember, that's like one of the old storyline reasons, like way back. I don't know if that's still a thing. Street Fighter V. I mean, I like watching it. I stopped playing it. I actually stopped playing the game completely. I don't know if this is what this ain't bringing me back. I'll tell you that much. But I'll still watch it. I'll watch Abigail. I'm trying to not completely crap on it, but it's hard for me. I'm not. Compared to everything else, especially Geese Howard. I'm like, okay, Capcom, you're not dead, but you're dying. And oh yeah, there was Jada at the MVCI exhibition, which we already knew about. That's why he's not being reported on separately. We already knew about Jada coming out. To see people's fake. Oh Lord, I haven't seen that before. It's like, yeah, we know you saw it, F-Champ and Yipes. You should have seen the chat during that stream. It was savage on both on everybody in that stream. Woof. That's all I got for news, though. Abigail is out, coming out. I don't know when. And there's a stage, I believe. Oh yeah, his stage which is actually like a recreation of the stage you fight him in, where Hagar and the guys would fight him in the original Final Fight. I remember him just being a Hugo palette swap that turned red when he punched you because he got angry, and he would just punch real hard. And he wasn't that tough. I mean, to beat in the original game. So I don't know what makes him so like, oh, he's stronger than Hugo. Like, Hugo shouldn't even be that strong. I mean, Cody beat. Anyways, I'm done with the news. I'm sorry for rambling. I'll get to the EVO tournament proper now. Just my take on what happened, and that shouldn't be too long. I'll see you guys, well, next. Alrighty then, time for EVO 2017 just as a whole. Let's start off with the tournaments I didn't watch, just to get them out of the way, just so you can know the results. UMVC 3, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I think it's his last year. It was the one that was voted on with money towards charity, and it won over Mortal Kombat and Killer Instinct. The top 8 were Ryan LV. He won the whole shebang in Grand Finals with Chun-Li, Morrigan, and Phoenix. Chris G won second place. I bet he was going for another win, but a total win, and he made it all the way to Grand Finals, but lost to Ryan with Morrigan, Dr. Doom, and Virgil. PC Marvel God, Quackbot. He had Magneto, Dr. Doom, Phoenix. Paradigm had quite a few. Matter of fact, I'll stop just mentioning characters. Paradigm was in 4th. Tied for 5th was Joey D and Prodigy. Tied for 7th was Mischief's Not Enough Damage and No Life. Those are your top 8 at Marvel. Chris G just barely missing another Grand Final EVO victory. Super Smash Bros. Melee had Armada, of course. Mango, Hungry Box, of course. Like, those 3 are always, from what I've been seeing. I don't even follow Smash. Mewtwo King, Lucky, Pup, CLGI is Fat, and The Moon. Those are your top 8 for Melee. And finally, your top 8 for... Oh, I forgot about Injustice. But, yeah, let's go to Injustice. I saw bits of Injustice. I didn't get to see the whole thing. It was like, it was always on when I was busy. Nobel, is that his, Nobel, sorry. Sure, you can use this, like, these, to distinguish the player's name from their, sponsor. They just use a straight line, which looks like another L, you know? So, it's Noble, And then the player's name is Dragon, and he won Grand Finals with Aquaman and Poison Ivy. It's what he used in the tournament. Honeybee, who I actually know about, I thought he'd win, but nope, he lost to Dragon, and he ran the Flash and Aquaman, and then again, why am I even saying characters? Theo Samij, also who was from the sponsored by Noble. Hayate, Sonic Fox. Sonic Fox is not even top 3. He is number 6, tied for 5th, or you could just say tied for 5th, but you know, I would say 6th, make it easier. And he ran Red Hood and Black Adam. In case you just want to know what he ran, because he usually wins every NetherRealm game. And for this year, he's in 6th or tied for 5th. I don't know which way is more proper. Shoryuken has these guys tied. And tied for 7th, or in 7th and 8th place, is Dr. Gross and Tekken Master. And finally, for the last tournament, I didn't really watch Smash Brothers for Wii U, which I actually don't hate, but I just don't care about watching it. I don't know. It's like playing it. Top was Salem with Bayonetta, and the reason and people. The only reason I'm bringing up characters again for the top players, because apparently people want Bayonetta nerfed just because this person won with Bayonetta, and it's like, well, she's not really OP, you guys. That person was just that good from what I've been hearing. Zero was in 2nd. Larry Lurr, Tweak, Nairo, Ken, Void, and Dabuz were your top 8 for Wii U. And now let's go to the actual tournaments I actually know about and can actually comment on a little bit more. Let's start off with Guilty Gear, because some cool stuff happened here. Ogawa Zato was double perfected by our Kappa's Tomo, or he puts it T5M7, but you know, using Leo, he used Leo, our Kappa's Tomo. Our Kappa sent this guy to EVO, and this guy made it all the way up to the Grand Finals and double perfected the previous EVO champion, or was he 2015's EVO champion? A previous EVO champion. And the rest of your top 8 is TSBI Omito using Johnny, beating out our Kappa's Tomo in Grand Finals. Our Kappa, be proud that you sent a guy all the way up to Grand Finals. Samito with Chip Zanoff. Nage is your 4th place. Samito is your 3rd. Nage's 4th. Pude is 5th. Tied for 5th. Kazunoko. Yes, that same Kazunoko who plays Street Fighter. Teresa at 7th. Tied for 7th. 310 or 310. The Guilty Gear Rev 2 tournament was crazy. Like I said, there was that double perfect. That's right. Ogawa Zato isn't even in top 8. And Tomo just took out so many people. It was playing so well. Our Kappa may have a chance next year. If they can send him again, he might take it all next year. Who knows? I'm rooting for him now. After that, we have actually I don't know. I'm not doing this in order, but I'll go up to Blaze Blue, since that's the other Arxis game. If I remember correctly, let me look at the top 8 for Blaze Blue. Okay, your top 8 was Ryusei, Fenrich, spelled Fenridi, but it's pronounced Fenrich, Fumi, Kaibutsukun, Soji, Tochigin, Dora Bang, and Mount Takao, or Choro. It was a crazy Grand Finals for Blaze Blue. I mean, that thing went to the very, very, very last round. That Soulbro Ryu was streaming his reactions to everything, and he mentioned that it's like Smash and Blaze Blue, or Smash and Arxis games. These games always go to down to the wire, and it's like it's true. It does seem to go down to the wire, like no matter what. Blaze Blue especially, because I remember Galileo versus Dogora. Gosh, what was his name? He didn't even make it to top 8 this year. Dogora, I believe. his Azrael against, Galileo's Lychee failing, and that was down to the wire, and that was nail biting. And this one also made it down to the wire. I was rooting for Fenrich because he uses, literally just because he used the same main I use when I play BlazBlue, which is Jean, and he used the same color scheme too, the pink Jean. I was calling him Country Time Pink Lemonade, and I was like, "Yo, let's go Country Time." And Country Time almost made it. Country Time could refresh people's, could quench people's thirst and refresh them during the summer, but it could not take out Carl Clover's heat. Carl Clover had that wombo combo with his sister, or I don't know, I forget the storyline, but I'll just say his stand, even though she's a robot, not really a stand, but she functions as one. That was too much. He just brought so much pressure, and like he was on top of Fenrich, and Fenrich could block. Fenrich was blocking like really good, but it's just like over time, just that crazy offense was just too much and overwhelmed him in the end. But making it to second place ain't no thing, man. A lot of the guys I wanted to win made second place. That's kind of like a theme here. Tomo, Fenrich. You'll see later on. Who else do I got? Tekken 7. Fox. Echo Fox actually promoted, sponsored both the top 2 in the top 8 for Tekken 7. Tekken 7 had some great fights all through the tournament. In top 8 we had 2 Americans. Anakin and Anakin and I don't remember. He was a Jack player. Oh my God, Anakin is the Jack player. Oh, I don't remember. Who else was the American? I had to pause there, but I believe it is Suiken using Eliza, who was the other American in Tekken's top 8. Taisei with a pretty cool Steve made it all the way up to 4th place. Well, actually, let me count down the top 8, sorry. JDCR won the whole shebang against Saint. 2 legendary players who had a pretty sick moment with a double KO happening in one of the matches. I was like, not only was it a double KO, it was a slowdown double KO. So the game slowed everything down. Who's gonna hit who? Boom! They both hit each other. Double KO. That was amazing. After that was Ni, another legendary player. Taisei, I believe he's kind of a newcomer, not completely new, but he's like one of the few Japanese in the. It's like, yes, Tekken is actually a little bit more dominated by Koreans than the Japanese players, and the fact that 2 Americans cracked the top 8 with Japanese and Korean killers in this tournament, it's kind of cool. Like, especially with us just getting the console version back in June. Last month, it's still July. I mean, it's only a month we've had it, and we were playing the game well enough to make it to top 8. Taisei had a pretty sick Steve, like I said. Had hair in his face, though. I think that made him lose. I remember when I first saw him, I was like, dude, that hair's gonna cost you. And sure enough, he lost. John Ding. Streamel's Anakin. Stream means Anakin. Stream. I keep thinking that's an L. Shorty, you gotta use a different divider for sponsor and player name. Anakin with Jack, Suiken, and finally in 8th was Take using Kazumi. A lot of cool stuff. I think I even saw a friggin' low tier god playing Tekken 7. I don't know why. He didn't even make the top 32, of course. Why would he? There was some good female players too. During pools. I don't know if I don't recognize any of their names. I do recognize Geesemaster. He made it to top 32 and tied for 17th with a whole bunch of other people. Hopefully Geesemaster can get up there as another American in top 8. That'd be nice. I don't even see Speed. Oh, Speed Kicks is right there in top 32, right under Geesemaster. A lot of good Tekken players. didn't crack top 8. Anakin and Suiken cracking it instead of Speed Kicks and Geese Master. But hey, they made the top 32. Can't complain too much for America's hopes there. If you haven't already, pick that game up. Pick up Tekken 7. Like, it's the best 3D fighter out there right now. Currently, that is. Because DOA 5 isn't really current. It's on current console, but and Virtua Fighter 5 is also, again, not current. Although that, of course, is still my top 3D fighter. Going into the namesake of the Akari cast, the King of Fighters. Well, King of Fighters itself is. It's from the King of Fighters, the namesake, but it's not King of Fighters itself. Anyways, King of Fighters 14 had some crazy moments. This game has also, again, dominated by China and Japan and Korea. There was a Mexican, and I don't remember if there... Yes, there was an American, I think. I don't remember if it was American or Mexican, but Westerners. You know, there was definitely an American in the top 8 I see. I don't remember who the other guy is. But you've got Huo Mao's E.T. beating Xiao Hai, the almost insurmountable wall that is Xiao Hai. Xiao Hai has been dominating KOF 14 for a long time now, and he got beat in grand finals by E.T. Followed by Luis Cha. I don't remember if he's Mexican or American, but to make it to number 3 out of all these killers from China and everywhere else says a lot. That's pretty good. ZJZ, I believe they call him Bridget, in 4th. Paco, another... Oh, now he was Mexican. And he kicked butt. He sent... I forgot who he sent to losers. If it was Xiao Hai or if it was... I think it was Xiao Hai. He sent to losers, which was crazy. And then Xiao Hai made it all the way up to grand finals anyway, but then he lost to E.T. Paco, another player to watch. White Ash, from, I believe he's from Bahrain, made it all the way up to top 8 and tied for 5th with Paco, or 6th place. I don't know. I guess I'll say tied for 5th. That's what Shorty Yukin says. M Dash, another legendary player. People thought he was going to take the whole thing. Like, if anybody had a chance of beating Xiao Hai, it would be him, but nope. Tied for 7th with Reynald, Arcade Shock's Reynald, who I definitely know is American, and he was even the King of Fighters 13 champion at one point. Crazy hype finals. E.T. pulling out some crazy stuff with Goro Daimon. Like, Daimon was getting sleeped on. I don't think he is anymore. I think some people are going to pick him up after this. And, of course, using Clark Steele to some good effect throughout the whole tournament. And Clark Steele is one of my mains when I play King of Fighters 14. Yes, I still have King of Fighters and Tekken. So you guys want to play me in that, just let me know. Send an invite. Fighter Cows, unfortunately, is not my name on PlayStation because I made it before I started calling myself that. And Sony won't let you change your names. Also, King of Fighters is available on Steam, so pick it up there, too. I'm hoping to have a new PC to play current games on. So, hopefully I'll pick it up there, too, when I get this new PC. Again, King of Fighters, crazy. I'm glad somebody beat Xiao Hai. So, you look at that, see? Nobody's unbeatable. That's what I like. And hopefully more people join King of Fighters 14's tournament. It had even less people than Blaze Blue, and that's a niche game right there. I mean, come on. And the fact that people were even saying who's Geese when they were showing him on the trailer after Tekken 7. I'm like, really? None of y'all watched the King of Fighters tournament before this? Really? Some of these people saying who's Geese, even to people who talk about KOF and Fatal Fury quite a bit, like this two best friends and Maximilian dude who's played Geese and made videos of him playing Geese in King of Fighters 14. I don't know how you like missed that. And let me see. I hope I'm not missing any other tournaments. I think that's them all except for the final one, which I'm getting to right now. Yep. Street Fighter V. Street Fighter V is the only game that was broadcasted on Disney XT, XD, and ESPN2. Top 8 for that goes as follows. Grand final winner was Tokido. Second place was Punk, who honestly I think had it, but then he got like Tokido just people were saying that he wasn't just in his head, he wasn't just like paying rent, he owned his head, Punk's head. He was living there now. Unfortunately, Punk just his nerves. He's a good player. I believe if he continues, he can probably take grand finals one day. Making it to grand finals is something I don't think an American has done since ever. I want to say that like back in 2009 or 10, that guy Broken T or something or other, wasn't he representing America that year? Or did he even make it to? I don't know. Whatever. Takedo was number 1. Punk was number 2. Kazunoko was 3rd place. Itabashi Zangief was in 4th. Moke 5th. Tied for 5th. Knuckle-Doo, another American. The only other American. MOV in 7th and tied for 7th. F-Champ. I never expected F-Champ to make top 8 Street Fighter V. The top 8 was something spectacular. I mean, Knuckle-Doo was doing great. Punk was doing fantastic up until grand final. He was destroying all these Japanese killers that usually win. He was destroying them all. But then before grand final, he was already like emotional. He was crying because just the emotion of making it all the way to the biggest fighting game tournament in the world and all the way up to grand finals. But Tokido, who's been on the main stage so many times before, has been in top 8 so many times before, he didn't lose his cool, and he basically just took us. I don't want to say straight up mind games. It's not like he was like going ha ha kid and taunting him all the time, although he did taunt him once. And Tokido reset the bracket, fighting from losers, and then just swept Punk. And when the brackets reset, and it was just wow. I don't know why Punk wasn't using Karin's anti-air, her Hoken, her EX quarter circle back. There was a couple times where he would have won if he just used it and probably set it up for a combo, but he didn't. He never used it. He never anti-aired. He would just do her standing hard punch. Yes, I don't play the game anymore, but I did main Karin, so that's why I know a little bit. Everything else he did was just top notch, but he never anti-aired. He never anti-aired with that move specifically. I mean, that move could have gotten him out of some trouble a couple times, but he never did it. Just let himself get comboed. And that's your EVO 2017 wrap-up. What did you guys think of EVO? Let me know. As for myself, I am Fighter Kaus. Check out Hero Club. Check out Broken Infinite. Check out Twitter.com/EcarRadio and Facebook.com/FighterKaus for everything else about me and the things I do with my buddies. It's been along the drop. I'll see you guys next time. Stay hyped.